that rod. She'll have to have it rebroken if she keeps growing, and she'll probably always wear a brace. What's interesting, though, is what happened when she was 2.5 years old, and this is her attitude. She was in the hospital after her first surgery, and she was lying there, and a nurse came in, and was checking her, just doing the typical things that happen in a hospital. And the girl heard a baby crying down the hallway. So she asked the nurse, "Is that baby okay? Is there something you should do?" And the nurse said, "No, she's okay." She said, "Well, you sure she's crying a lot?" And the nurse said, "No, she'll be fine." And the girl said, "Oh, okay, I just wanted to make sure she was okay." That is what attitude is about. It's infectious. It will carry you through times when you don't feel like doing your best. It's meeting with other people. Another story comes to mind that really takes me and makes me understand what attitude is. It's a story about a starfish. Actually, a number of starfish, thousands of starfish. And there's a boy walking on the beach one morning. And he comes upon a bunch of starfish. And there's a man walking there too. And the man sees the boy picking up each starfish. And slowly he takes the starfish and he walks back over and he puts it in the ocean. And he walks back to find another starfish. And he continues to do this over and over again. Finally, the man walks up to him and says, "Why are you doing this? You know you can't save all the starfish." The boy says, "But I can save at least a few." That's what attitude is about. Attitude is also about poise and affection. Life is precious. If you look into the infant's eyes, you listen to her scream. That's a sign of communication. As parents and friends, the good attitudes that we give to our children will end up helping them become better adults. If we have a poor attitude about how we raise our kids, how we act around them, they're going to pick that up. So attitude ultimately is about poise. It's about knowing how to show affection. Coming back to the young girl, over time she grew up. She runs and she plays. To quote Dr. Seuss, or kind of closely, she bikes and she hikes. She's won beauty pageants. But most importantly, she has a great attitude about everything she does. She's generous. But generosity itself also has to be tempered, and that's another issue of attitude. Attitude is unconscious. A third story that I wanted to talk to you today about was she went in one time and we're in a restaurant, and this girl had a gentleman walk up and just hand her a $20 bill. And looked at it and she didn't know. She just said thank you and moved on. But why did she get that? She got that not because she was rude or yelling or screaming in the restaurant. It's because she was nice and she was calm, and the gentleman felt sympathy for her, and because of her attitude, felt like he had to give her that reward. Because ultimately, attitude is about esteem and generosity. A parable oft-stated is that Gandhi, at one point in his career, early on, was walking at a train terminal. And he got there, and he lost a sandal between the train and the platform. He couldn't reach down and get it, so instead, he took his other sandal off and threw it with the first. His followers looked at him and said, "Why would you do that?" And his answer was, a poor person can't manage with one sandal, but he can succeed with a pair. Ultimately, attitude is a core character of our human psyche. In each of the stories I've related to you, attitude is what we see it. Just as the pain at the beginning of the story discusses, attitude is what we are and how we are. The girl is my youngest daughter.